Hi everyone, and welcome to another class on my channel, Tom Yoga Om. Today's class is about opening up into the body and getting a little bit deeper into some back bends. And I'm going to show you a technique to get deeper into those back bends that really does bring a lot more of an upper back bend, a lot more of a benefit into bending into the space of the upper back, and as a result, opening up the front of the chest. We're also going to work into the rest of the body and get a nice stretch in as well. So let's get started. Let's start by coming onto our backs. So just bring yourself down. If you have any bricks available or cushions, you could try and put them underneath your thighs, your legs like so, and bring your feet together into a lying down butterfly pose. And then just take one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest. Take a moment to settle yourself in, to get comfortable. Make sure that your head is nice and flat on the ground. And let's just take 10 deep breaths in and out. And as you inhale, feel your hands rise up. And as you exhale, let's start by taking a sigh out of the mouth. And again, inhaling through the nostrils, feeling the front body, the belly and the chest rise up. And exhaling, sighing out of the mouth. Last one like that. Good. And let's just take 7 more breaths here. Keeping the rhythm smooth. Taking a gentle breath in through the nostrils and filling up the chamber of the lungs and feeling and filling up the space around the belly, exhaling all of the air out. Become aware of the weight of your legs and your arms on the ground. And the weight of your hips, your shoulders, and your whole back. Just feel the space underneath them. Feel the weight of the back of your head. And feel the muscles on the front of your face just soften and relax. And take 2 final deep breaths in and out here, just checking in with how you're feeling. With how you're doing today. And how you're feeling right now. And after that last exhale, start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And just take a big breath in and stretch your arms back behind you. And as you exhale, bring your hands underneath your legs. Just remove the bricks and all the pillows. Push them to the back of your mat. And then take a big breath in and stretch your limbs in both directions. And from here, we're going to bring the knees onto the chest. And as you exhale, I want you to draw your chin in and just lengthen up through the back of your neck. Good. And then take a big breath into the belly and the chest. And exhaling, drawing the chin down to lengthen the back of the neck. Also drawing the knees and the legs in and feeling a stretch in the whole spine as you do this. I'm going to do that one more time. Breathing in. And breathing out to lengthen, to draw in. Good. Then take your hands underneath your legs and just rock yourself up to the top of your mat. Come into a seated position. And from here, let's start by bringing our hands onto our knees. And let's just roll our shoulders back a couple of times. Keep breathing. And rotate the other way, roll them the other way. Just notice how your body feels and how you feel. Even if you've been doing yoga for a long time, you might feel like you're stiff or you might feel relaxed depending on what you've done. So it's good to become mindful of what your body is witnessing right now, what you're witnessing in your body right now. Next, we're going to draw a spiral with the tip of our nose, and this is a means to massage our neck. So just start in the center, bringing your head to a neutral position, and then start by drawing a little spiral and gradually allow it to become bigger with each rotation until you feel like you're massaging into your neck. And you might find you rotate to a size that brings the stretch a little bit too far, and so that's your limit. Just hold there and draw one big circle in that space. And after you've drawn your next rotation, just stop and spiral the other way. So circling in the opposite direction and slowly start to make it smaller. Keep breathing. Just rotate your spiral smaller and smaller until you reach a neutral position, and then take a big breath into your belly, a big breath into your chest. And as you exhale, you can drop your right shoulder down to your right knee and just circle it forward, and inhale to lift yourself back up and rotate around again. And just do 3 of these on each side. And what we're trying to do here is stretch into the space right above the hips, and just to notice how that area feels. And circling the other way. And I personally like to start nice and slow with all of my yoga classes, because it's also a way for me to kind of tune in and recognize what's going on. And though, because I've done yoga for a while, I find myself feeling like I'm pretty flexible, there have been times where I've just thought I could do something, and then I find out that I can't because I might be a little bit tired or injured. So this is just a time and a space to take it slow and to just check in before we get into those deeper sequences. Come back to a neutral position, and from here, keeping your hands on your knees, take a breath into your belly and your chest and lift them forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chin up just a little bit, and as you exhale, drop your back behind you and draw your chin down. Let's do 2 more like that. So breathing in, lifting up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and exhaling, letting the back drop behind you. And 1 more, full breath in and out. Good. Come back to a neutral position. Sweep your arms up as you breathe in, stretching into the sides of the body, and exhaling, floating the hands down. And take 1 more breath like that, breathing in, lifting up. And as you exhale, interlace your fingers and press your palms up to the ceiling. As you inhale, drop your hands just above your head and draw your elbows wide, lifting your chest up. And as you exhale, press your palms up, draw your chin down, stretching into the side of the body. 1 more like that, breathing in. And exhaling out, pressing up. And then hold here, take a big breath into your belly, into your chest. And as you exhale, drop your hands out in front of you, round your back behind you, and stretch into those shoulders. And inhale to lift up. And exhale to drop back, moving the arms out in front of you. And 1 more, full breath in. And this time as you exhale, drop your right hand onto your left knee, your left hand behind you, and twist. Let's take a big breath in here. Exhale to twist a little deeper, and lengthen up through the top of your spine by drawing the chin in towards your neck. See if you can look towards your left shoulder. Take 1 more breath. Good. Hold your body in this position. Just turn your head forward and drop your right shoulder down to your right knee. You're still holding onto that left knee with your right arm, with your right hand. We're looking for a stretch in the left side of the left flank. Left side of the left flank, left side of the body. Just take a big breath in here, into your belly, a big breath into your chest, and exhale to soften. And then inhale, we're going to press into our feet and lift ourselves up, sweeping our arms up as we do so. Good. Exhale, twist to the other side. And once again, draw your chin inwards, lengthening your spine, looking towards your right shoulder. Taking 2 deep breaths in and out. Relax your shoulders. And think of twisting from the midline of the body. 1 more breath. After your exhale, just turn your head to face the front of the room, the front of the mat, and drop your left shoulder down to your left knee. This time we're stretching into that right side. So take a big breath into the right flank of the body, right side of the belly, right side of the chest, and exhale, soften here. And take 1 more full breath in and out. Good, and then press into your feet and slowly lift yourselves up. 1 last stretch here. We're going to breathe in, lift our arms up. And as you exhale, drop your left hand down onto the floor. Reach your right arm up as high as you can, stretching into the right side of the body. And exhale, extend that right hand to the left side of your mat. Take a breath into the right side of the belly, the right side of the chest. And think of drawing as much extension and length through your side body as you reach over to your left side. Then press into your bottom hand, lift your arms up on the inhale, and drop your right hand down as you exhale, extending over to the opposite side. Just find some length by lifting that left arm up. Expand and inflate into the left side of your belly, the left side of your rib cage, and then reach from the hip to the hand as far as you can. Take 1 more breath here. Full breath in, full breath out. Good. Sweep both arms up. And from here, we're going to bring our hands down beside us and then come forward onto our hands and knees. And just start by tucking your toes under and drop your belly down, coming into a cow position. Bend those elbows inwards, and that allows and creates space in the chest for you to reach it forward. Got some nice sun on my face. Feels good. And as you exhale, flatten your feet out and slowly curl your spine up to the ceiling, pressing all of the air out of your lungs and feeling a stretch in your back. 2 more. Inhaling. Opening up into the belly, into the chest, into the throat even. And exhaling, pressing the floor away, stretching into the back. And opening the space in the back. Last one, slow it down even more. Opening up, breathing in. Dropping that belly down a little more. And exhaling, press the floor away from you. Good job. Come back to a neutral position. And from here, step your right leg back, then your left leg back. And just bend your knees left to right. And we've got 1 nice juicy sequence here for you today. And so what we're going to do is just start by building a little bit of strength into our core. And let's just hold this plank here for 3 breaths. And just take a big breath in. And a smooth breath out. 2 more. Try and spread your hands apart. And I know it's pretty hard to hold planks. It's not comfortable all the time, but that's why we do it. It's just to build the strength in our muscles to be able to take us to the yoga postures that we want to do. And to be able to build the strength, we need to carry our bodies through our day with comfort. Let's take 1 more big breath in. And as you exhale, drop your knees to the ground. Move your shoulders beyond your wrists, forward beyond your wrists. And bend at the elbows to bring yourself onto your belly, onto your chest. Take your hands under your shoulders. Press your feet into the floor. And imagine someone's pulling your elbows back behind you. So they're pulling and your elbows are reaching all the way back. And then from there, just lift your rib cage off the mat. Keep your belly on the ground and squeeze your shoulders together. And then exhale, lower down. So once again, press the feet into the floor, draw the elbows back, lift your rib cage off the floor, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and exhale, lower down. And the same thing, so legs, elbows, rib cage off the floor, belly on the ground, squeeze your shoulder blades together, breathing in, and exhale, roll down. Good. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, power up into a tabletop position. So tuck your toes under And try and drive your elbows back as you straighten your arms. It's a little harder to do. Driving your elbows back, straightening the arms. And from here, we're going to come to a toe-tucked child's pose. So bring your hips back onto your heels. Just bring your forehead onto the floor and try and find a stretch into the arches of your feet just for one breath in and out. Good, and then spread your fingers out, take another big breath in. And as you exhale, straighten your legs and come back into your downward facing dog. And immediately start to bend your knees left or right and just find some stretch in those hamstrings, some opening. Good. When you're ready, lift your heels off the floor and reach your hips up as high as you can, breathing in. As you exhale, ground your heels down. Let's do 2 more like that. It's okay to bend the knees. Inhale, lifting up, reaching the hips up, and exhale, grounding down. Good. Last one. Big breath in. And exhale, full breath out. Good. Next breath in, lift your left leg up, press the heel back behind you. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow, plank position. Inner plank position. Inhale, 3-legged down dog. And exhale, left knee to left elbow. And inhale, 3-legged down dog. And exhale, bring that leg through the center and then step it forward to the top of your mat. Good, drop your back knee to the ground. And from here, flatten the back foot out on the floor and just give it a bit of a kick down into the ground. Nice. We're going to drag that left foot back towards us. So it's almost like we're pulling the heel and that foot backwards. We're kind of gripping it into the floor. And at the same time, kick your back foot into the floor. And this is kind of the foundation or the base or the anchor of any balancing posture in yoga. It's to press down into those feet. So dragging the left foot back, kicking the right foot into the floor, sweep your arms up, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, just sink your hips. Keep those feet gripping. 2 more breaths. Inhale, lifting up. Nice sun in my face. And exhale, sink the hips. And last one, full breath in. And full breath out. Good. Inhale, extend everything up. And from here, we're going to drop the hands behind us. And let's start by taking our hands, interlacing our fingers, and reaching our arms back behind us. Lifting our chest up, take a full breath in. And if you want, you can exhale, sink the hips a little bit. But again, grip onto those feet and have a go at looking up. Breathe into your belly, into your chest. Exhale, squeeze your shoulders together and drive your arms down. And take 1 more breath like this. Good. Inhale, reach both arms up. And as you exhale, float your hands down. Now, if you've got some bricks, you can take them aside your left leg. If you don't, that's okay. We're just going to straighten that left leg and bring ourselves up to this elongated position. Now, if you've got bricks, you can take your hands onto the bricks. And if you don't have bricks, you can take your hands onto your left thigh. And from here, it's a little bit hard actually if you don't have bricks, to be honest. If you don't have bricks, you can take your hands onto your thigh, or you can bend that front knee a little bit and bring your fingertips onto the floor. We'll try and straighten the leg depending on how flexible you're feeling today. And what I'd like you to do is just take a big breath into your belly, a big breath into your chest. And once again, draw the chin inwards to reach out and extend the spine. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. And what we're doing is stretching into our hips and into the back of our leg. And we're just going to rock our hips from side to side. Just for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to soften through the hamstring. and 5. Good, and then really nice and slowly, bend your front knee, bring your front foot flat onto the floor, tongue twister, and take the bricks, if you've got some, and bring them out in front of you. From here, we're just going to flow back into a sequence. So step the left foot back to come into a plank. And as you exhale, just hold here for a breath. Good, take another big breath in. And as you exhale, move your shoulders beyond your wrists. If you want, you can drop your knees to the floor, lower yourself all the way down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. And just for this next one again, let's just practice the same technique so that we can expand into something different next time. Let's press our feet down into the floor, draw your elbows back, lift your rib cage off the mat, and squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then exhale, lower down. 2 more. Feet down, elbows back, rib cage up, shoulder blades together, and exhale, lower down. And 1 more. Press your feet down, draw your elbows back, lift your rib cage up, belly stays on the ground, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes underneath, toes under, straighten your arms as you breathe in, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Well done. Just bend your knees out left to right. And just notice if that left leg feels a little bit more flexible and open than the right. If you're right leg dominant like me, maybe you don't feel so much of an opening. Maybe it feels a little bit more even. Or maybe it feels really open. Who knows? Just notice what you feel. Notice what you feel in the hips as well. And on your next breath in, lift your hips and your heels up off the floor, reaching your hips up as tall as you can. And as you exhale, ground your heels down. Good. Next breath in, lift your right leg up. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow into a plank position. Inhale, 3-legged down dog. Straightening that right leg. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, plank position. Inhale, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, bring that right knee through the center and step it to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee to the floor. Flatten the back foot out on the mat. And from here, again, just think of dragging your right foot back. This is a really important technique to learn for any other kind of standing yoga posture, especially when we're in lunges. So just drag that foot back, kick the back foot into the floor, and sweep both arms up. Big breath in. As you exhale, sink your hips down. 2 more, breathing in, lifting up. And breathing out, sinking down. And last one. And breathing out, sinking down. Good. Have a go at inhale, lifting up. And this time bring your hands onto your hips. And you've got 2 options here. The first one is you can take your hands behind your back just like before and reach your arms down as you lift your chest up. And the second one is you can bring your hands into a prayer position behind your back, like so. If your hands are in prayer position behind your back, that's great. If they're gripped down there, that's great too. We're going to do the same thing for our backs, for our spines. What I'd like you to do if your hands are in prayer position behind your back though, is to squeeze your shoulder blades together and try and bring it's a little wobbly. Try and bring your back onto your 4th finger, like so. So you're kind of leaning into your 4th finger, your ring finger. And as you do so, you kind of curve your spine into an upper back bend. So kind of curl your back onto your ring finger. And what might happen here, and it's what's happening with me at the moment, is my rib cage is kind of poking out. And it's kind of a good indicator that the bending that's happening in my back is actually coming from my middle back, which is not what I want. So see if you can engage your core and press your lower rib cage rather in, and then just let the upper spine curl up onto your arms, onto your hands. Just take 2 deep breaths in and out here. Keep the feet gripping. And then slowly release your hands, draw your chin in towards your neck, sweep your arms up, take a full breath in. And as you exhale, float your hands down. And if you've got bricks, take them with you as you straighten your front leg. Nice. Take your bricks either side of your leg or take your hands onto the floor. Or for this one, I'll just show you what it looks like with a bent front knee. So we're just going to straighten the leg as best as we can. And then if you want, you can bend that front knee, and that's okay. And then from here, I just want you to take 5 deep breaths and just sway your hips from side to side. We're just working into different parts of the hamstring and into the back of the leg. And sometimes you'll like move around and you'll feel what I like to call like a sweet spot, a spot that feels really good to stretch. And if you want, you can hold there and just take 3 more deep breaths in and out. Try and extend out through the top of the head by drawing the chin in and lengthening the spine. And take your final big breath in. As you exhale, bend your front knee. Move the bricks out in front of you if they're in your way. And step yourself back into a plank. We're going to hold here for 2 breaths this time. Let's take 1 big breath in. Big breath out. And then take 1 more inhale, exhale. And then lower yourself down, moving your shoulders forward beyond your wrists. Bring your body down onto the ground. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. And this time, we will prep in the same way as we've done before, but then we're going to switch it up. So take your hands under your shoulders, press your feet into the floor. And as you inhale, press your feet down, draw your elbows back, lift your rib cage up off the floor. And then from here, squeeze your shoulder blades together and see if you can lift your hands up off the ground. Good. And then exhale, lower your whole body down. This time we'll lift up with our hands lifted as well. So inhale, lift up. Press your feet down, draw your elbows back, and exhaling down. Good. Tuck your toes under. Power up to a plank or a tabletop. And exhale, let's just flatten our feet out and take 3 breaths to rest in downward face, in child's pose. Big breath in. Soft breath out. 2 more. Good, and when you're ready, just press into your feet, lift yourself up into a tabletop position, and from here we're going to roll all the way down onto our backs. And to start with, bring your knees into your chest, give them a gentle squeeze in. Exhale, draw them in a little bit closer. And then drop your feet down onto the floor with your knees bent. Extend your right leg out, and keeping that left foot on the floor, just drop your left knee to the right side. That's it. You could extend your left arm out and then roll all the way over onto that right side with the left leg. That was confusing. We're just twisting to the right and not doing too much of a deep stretch here. Take 1 more full breath in and out. And then gently come back to center. All right, let's try this other side. We're going to extend the left leg. We're going to bring that right leg over to the left side and extend our right arm out and take 2 breaths in and out. Good, then gently come back to center and extend both legs out. And from here, make yourself comfortable. Bring 1 hand onto your chest, 1 hand onto your belly. And let's just take 10 more deep breaths in and out to close the class. Feel your hands rise up as you inhale and feel them soften as you exhale. And just become aware of the space underneath you again. So the space underneath your legs, your arms. And feel that space soften into the ground as you exhale. Become aware of the space underneath your hips and your shoulders. And your whole back. And feel that space soften as you exhale. And feel the weight underneath the back of the head. And then all the little muscles on your face. Feel them all soften as you exhale. I've got about 5 more breaths here. Just feel the flow of your breath move in and out, softly and smoothly. And feel your body softening with each exhale. So you take your final few breaths here, just start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And whenever you're ready, on an inhale, reach your arms back behind you. Stretch your toes out. And on an exhale, bring your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze, and roll over onto your right side. Just take a moment here to feel your body and connect to how your body is doing. How open you feel, if you feel tight anywhere else. And really gently press yourself up into a seated position. Make sure that it's comfortable for you. Let's bring our hands onto our knees and take a big breath into the belly, into the chest. And as you exhale, just feel your shoulders soften. Feel your neck soften. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this class, and I hope that your body feels nice and good after that deeper upper back bend. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me and watching this video. If you have any suggestions or feedback, it really helps if you can leave a comment in the suggestions below. And if you like the video and you want to see more of them, then please press the subscribe button and give this video a like and a thumbs up. Thank you.